So what separates us from God? Well, one thing, like I said, study. But what else separates us from God? What happened in the Garden of Eden? Wasn't it doubt? Doubting what God said? See, that's a separation point. Well, see, some people doubt God. They just doubt God. But other people are tricked into doubting God in a roundabout way. See, true faith is seeing what you see, seeing in the light, and trusting in what you see. Okay? See, people are always trying to make you doubt yourself. Have you ever seen, for example, a piece of art, so-called art, that's bizarre? You know, the kind they put in front of a public building or something. Someone gets parts from an automobile, fenders and bolts and springs, and welds them together into some weird shape, and there it sits all rusty, and they would probably pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it, and it's a rusty pile of junk. Okay? And you look at it, and you see that it's a rusty pile of junk, and it's not very good. But somebody said, "Oh, look at that, isn't that wonderful?" Well, see, if you're not careful, you might be tempted to say, "Well, yeah, it must be." But if you hold fast to what you see is what you see. See? And what you see is that it's not that great. That's like the story, the apocryphal story of the emperor's new clothes. Remember that? Where some tailor hypnotized the king into thinking that he was getting on this fantastic set of clothing. And in his hypnotized state, he actually thought he did, and yet he was walking around in his underwear. And then he went out and walked down the street, and the crowd gathered, and everybody looked at the king, and they all said, "Oh, yeah, it's very nice clothing he has here." But one little kid said, "He doesn't have any clothes on." That little kid was honest. He saw what he saw. That's a very, very good little fairy tale, because that's the way life is. See, so you have to learn to trust what you know in your heart. What you see is true. Okay? But that's the beginning of faith. You can also call it common sense. What you know in your heart. Intuition, a gut level knowing, wordlessly knowing something. Okay? And when you trust that and don't doubt it, then that's faith.